Hello, everybody, and welcome through Travel Through the Looking Glass. I'm Evie. I'm going to have Jackson joining me today in a minute. So welcome. Tonight, we're actually going to talk about our experience at the Haunted Hayride. Yay! It was really an interesting time, and I know that a lot of people are looking for stuff to do in the area so that they can still celebrate Halloween. So we have done a series. This is our third one in different things to do around here in Southern California. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on Jackson. Hi, Jackson.
What's up, everybody? Jackson here. How y'all doing tonight?
So welcome. We're going to talk tonight about Haunted Hayride. Are you ready?
I should say so. I am ready. Oh, wait. I got my lights on. Hold on. Get my lights on here.
Yeah, turn those on.
There we go.
Also, people, for anybody that wants to post comments or anything, I am keeping an eye on the chat through our video today, so just feel free to pop anything in there. If you also have suggestions on anywhere that you'd like us to try to get to before the end of the season, we're up for anything really, so just go ahead and also pop that in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the website. So I'm going to share my screen really quick here. Okay. And here is the website. Now, the reason that I wanted to show you guys this website was because I don't want to do anything that's a spoiler, right? So we're not going to spoil your experience by talking about this. It really is something that we want to have you experience it like we did. But here's the gist of what the website looks like. So we're not going to get any more crazy than this, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this here. Let's see. Okay, great. Okay, so we got our tickets, and San Dimas is where Raging Waters is, and that is the location where they have the Haunted Hayride right now. And I've never been out there. I didn't realize that it was as far as it was, but leave yourself extra time, because on the tickets, it does say don't get there any later than 15 minutes before your start time. So that's the first thing. And they have done such a really good job of staging everybody and making sure that it doesn't interrupt the experience for the folks that are already there. So we'll go ahead and start with what happened when we first got there. Okay, so little tidbit. I had no idea where we were going. How did you feel driving down that road?
Well, first of all, you get off the freeway, you're already out in the boonies anyway, because, it's San Dimas and it's like dark, like just dark because you're in the hillside in the forest area, and then there's a lake out there, and then all of a sudden you're like, where do I go? But they were, you get there, you don't see anybody around, then all of a sudden you see a bunch of cars like in a line, and you go, oh, this must be the place. They have all the signs telling you which way to go. They have this, an area for regular people, like regular general admission people, and then they have the area for the VIP entry, which we had was VIP. So two separate lines that you have to wait in to get into the actual event itself.
And also, just to mention, when we're saying that there was a couple of cars in line, so he's saying that you drive through and you see all these cars in line. I'm talking like 2 or 3. Like before we even get into the area where they're staging everybody, you're on a road and you have no idea where you're going. I'm just following the GPS on how to get in there. So we end up going in there, and the guy says, okay, turn right and then left. But I thought it was really a left. It was just kind of like a little zigzag. And then you get to the stop sign and you see this really dark road ahead of you, and then to the left there's all these cars. Well, since we had VIP, we were going down the dark road. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm scared. I didn't know if that was the right way to go. Okay, so we end up going down that other path, and then this is what came up. All right, so that was the first look that you get of their display. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, so we're not going to tell you what was between what you just saw and the next clip. But it was scary. Wasn't it scary?
Yeah, it was scary, you know, but I will tell you one thing. Let's back up just a little bit. I don't want to back up to where, first of all, you get to after you get off the freeway, you pull into the area where you get to the signs, and the guy tells you, okay, well, you're going to go down this road or that road. You have to show him your ticket first. Then they have you go down that dark road. You don't know if you're going down the right way. And then eventually you see some cars on your left waiting in line, but you don't see anything on the right, and you're right, because the VIP line is so much smaller than the actual general admission line. And when you finally get to that area, then you get to where we just show you the picture that we just showed you, the actual area where they kind of go, okay, you're checked in, you're ready to go. We're going to put this little piece of pink paper on your windshield so that they know you're VIP. And you're like, okay, great, cool. And then all of a sudden they start funneling the line together in order to get you actually into the attraction. So you've skipped over all of this waiting to like maybe waiting behind 3 or 4 cars, and then you go down the road that actually leads you into the full on attraction itself. So you have, if you go VIP, you're only going to have to wait in like a line that's like that big. If you go general admission, you're going to have to wait in a line that's like really, really long. So just saying, prepare for that. That's why they tell you to arrive like 15 to 40 minutes ahead of time. If you have for wherever you're at, like whatever ticket you have, just in case you have to wait a long time. But that's what we saw last night on a Tuesday night. So I don't know what it's like on the weekend.
That whole section. So when you first come in, it is already staged and it looks amazing because you're thinking, okay, I'm not really sure what to expect. It's in my car. I have to stay in my car. Am I driving? It's a drive up is what they call it. So we are going to show you a little piece of what you see when you first go in. But what it takes to get you from where the sign is that says welcome to where you first go in, where that clip ended, it's pretty cool. Like that in between that we're not going to show you is so cool. And it really makes you start to feel like this is Halloween. Like this is really where I'm supposed to be. So let's take a look at that next clip. Okay, so now you see a little taste of what it is where you drive up and then you see all these cars and they're putting you into like a movie theater style drive-in, I guess it would be.
It's a drive-in. Yeah, it's drive. It's a big old huge. But here's the thing. What you just saw with that sign, that monster sign, there is a whole thing ahead of that you guys did not get to see. Like we're talking a whole thing of like stuff to look at and a lot of things that are very creepy and scary that they have like on the road on the way to the drive-in. So like you have to go through a long area full of stuff that are so awesome that we don't want to show you on here because we don't want to ruin the magic. But let's just put it this way. There's a lot of theatrical stuff and like a lot of, fog machines, lights, the whole 9, decorations, all of that really kind of bring it all together. You know what I mean?
And you're really on edge when you're driving through because you don't know if someone's going to come out and get you.
Yeah, you don't know.
You just don't know. So, okay. Now, for our final clip, I wanted to show you what it was like when we parked. Now, this is the area that we have is VIP. So the area fit, I think, like 7 rows. The first row was platinum, and a lot of people were asking, what's platinum, right? So look at the car in front of us, and in the car in front of us, you're going to see a little seating area. So that's the platinum. Then the next row, the next 2 rows are VIP, and then the rows all the way to the back, those ones are regular. So just to give you an idea, the standard tickets are $50 a car, and that's 2 people per car, and then you have to pay extra for the extra people.
About $9.99 a person, right?
Yeah, and that's like the very back. Then preferred is $69.99 per car, and that's the next set of rows. Then VIP is $89.99 a car, and that's the first 2 to 3 rows. And then VIP Platinum is $199. Okay, so you can find all this information out on the website, and I'll post it in the link after the video has updated to YouTube. But here is a look at the inside of the theater before the show starts. So there's this little cart. I think it's a U-Haul thing, and they put chairs in it, and you get to sit outside of your car during the whole show in that little area. Does that make sense?
You get to be like face like right up in front with, you know, a lot of the performers. Now there's performers all over the place, everywhere. So there's no shortage of performers, monsters, everybody who's involved in the show, because they are everywhere. Let me emphasize this: everywhere. They are coming in from everywhere. All over the place. They are everywhere. So it doesn't matter where you're at in the actual area, you know, of the actual drive up. You're gonna get something everywhere you go. And you're going to get a lot of it too, because they really came at you all over the place.
So it really felt to me like I was at a haunt. It really put me in that Halloween spirit, and it was great. It was so great. I mean, like, we were screaming in our car. You screamed, huh?
Yeah, I screamed. We're talking from everything from the mood, you know, because what you're seeing is like that, what you just saw in that little clip, that was when the lights were all on, you know, when they're trying to escort the cars to wherever you have to go. So when they actually get you into the parking space and they park the cars next to you, every car has to be a total of 6 feet per car. So it's like 6 feet between every car. And that's just because, you know, they want to have the ability. It might be a little bit more than 6 feet, because you have to have like the performers and all that stuff go through, like monsters and everything. But that the lights are on and everything like that. We haven't even got into like the nitty gritty of like all the stuff that happens when the lights go off, because that's when all the magic happens.
I mean, yeah. So there's like monsters, and I mean, what is Halloween without the sounds of chainsaws? I mean, I think we've become so accustomed to going to these haunts, and there's nothing but, you can't see past the fog, and there's all these chainsaws. So without giving too much away from what is a normal haunt, the performers there really did an amazing job. And people are asking already, like, hey, how was it? And would you do the platinum? Yes, I would have spent the $200 had I known. But I only spent for the VIP because I wanted to kind of play it safe a little bit and just go kind of in the middle. But if we were to do it again, I totally would go platinum. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd probably go platinum. You know what I mean? Because they're really, you know, there's a big attention to detail there. I mean, you can be in your car with your windows up if you want, or you can be in the car with the windows down, but you have to have your mask on. It doesn't matter where you're at in the place. You always have to have your mask on. And they're very, you know, for everything from the ushers to security people to all of that stuff, the entire staff there is like really good about making sure that everybody is staying safe, you know.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our recap of Haunted Hayride. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you. And please comment below and let us know what haunts you're going to or what kind of things you're doing for the holidays. We'd love to be able to check some of that stuff out. And then when you guys are ready to travel, I am going to be here for you. Okay. So make sure you guys stay safe out there. And until next time, this is Evie.
And Jack.
And Jackson signing off. Peace out, guys.